Hi Leo, this is your reading with me for Twin Flames July 2020. I hope you are doing well. So we are going to see what is coming through. I have the Rider-Waite deck right here. Also, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So definitely do check out your other sign readings if you would like to. You just might be able to gather more information for the month of July. And of course, again, Twin Flame reading. And I do want to mention, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below as well. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And of course, the last thing is that my intention bracelets are on Etsy. There's also hand embroidered intention cards, which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse. But just grab an example. Completely hand embroidered. Now, all of these items are meditated with, they're sage, they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. And the other thing as well is the reviews. If you want to see the reviews and see how other people have seen results with them, please do check out the Etsy store. The review section is on there, international shipping, of course that's worldwide. But yeah, everything is on there. So crystals, necklaces, bracelets, the whole lot, the whole shebang. So Leo, let's get started with your reading. I'm going to do a 12 card spread. Let's see what's coming through for this Twin Flame reading. Well, we have got the Knight of Cups as the first card, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Hanged Man. Okay, so of course we know that Neptune is in retrograde for the duration of July. Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune, so we've got quite a strong link right there. And, the thing is, Neptune is all about spirituality, it's all about our intuition, because Neptune and Pisces are tied together, and we know that Pisces is a very intuitive, yet very emotional, yet very sort of like a sixth sense kind of a sign. Right? All signs have their own sort of characteristics, but when we think of Pisces, when I think of Pisces as well, it's a pretty big energy, so it's very spiritual in that sense, and so you're going to be feeling a lot of that spiritual energy in July. You may feel that a lot, but also your twin is going to feel it a lot. They're definitely going to be thinking about things. I feel here this awakening type of energy, where they are going to be awakening to this connection a lot more. They're going to be thinking about it a lot more. They're just going to be much more open to it, especially for those twins that have been running, right? They have been running. They are thinking. I don't see them themselves completely running away, because in their downtime, they're going to be thinking about things. All right, so I feel like that's quite significant. Whereas before, maybe they were running or being quite hot and cold or withdrawn, or perhaps for some of you, they've ghosted you. Here, at least they're thinking about their actions. They're thinking about how they've done certain things, and they're starting to realize, like, whoop, maybe I shouldn't have done those particular things. There's some form of accountability I feel like they will take, right? So the Knight of Cups here shows they have a bit of emotion. They're willing to dip their feet into the water and sort of understand what they've done and how they've gone about things. Queen of Pentacles, quite a strong energy. It's almost like they realize your value, your worth, what you bring to the table. It's very interesting energy. You've got the Six of Wands as well. I feel like they're coming towards you. I feel like they're going to come towards you. But I feel like the beginning portion of July can be a little bit quiet and sort of so-so. And then towards like sort of mid to end, I would say like 12th of July to the end of July. I say the 12th. I know 12th is not necessarily the middle, but 12th is when Mercury retrograde ends in the sign of Cancer. And so I feel like with that energy, you're going to find that this person is sort of much more emotionally aware and sort of responsive in that sense, whilst at the beginning of July they'll really be up in their mind. And Cancer also, because we mentioned Mercury retrograde happening in the sign of Cancer, which is right at the beginning, so from the 1st to the 12th we've still got that energy. Cancer is also tied to that intuitive energy because the moon is actually ruled by Cancer, and when we know in tarot that the moon card is actually ruled by Pisces. So again, there's so many links that are happening astrologically. I hope that sort of allows you to see that how astrological events also, when we think about tarot and we relate it to a month, can have such a big impact as well. So just for those of you that sort of, perhaps are wondering how I also read tarot, it is really linked to astrology, and astrology can tell us so much about what can happen, for us as well. We have birth charts, and so we can also relate it to that as well. I'd highly recommend you guys to check out, your other sign readings, or to just maybe look down your birth chart and see what planets are in which signs. It can really give you an indication, especially with, retrogrades that happen. For example, we've also got Jupiter retrograde, finding out which sign is in your Jupiter. And, if you are super interested in astrology, there's, tons of books, I'm sure you could get them from the library. You don't have to always, spend, a ton, buying resources and things. There's so much information online as well. It's very, very fascinating. For some of you, you might actually get into that. I feel, it could happen. So, it's interesting that we sort of went off on that tangent, but it could really relate to some of you in that sense. Like, you might be super, super interested. You might even, this is really interesting, you might even read your twin flames birth chart. For those of you that know their sort of place of birth, time of birth, date of birth, you might actually decide to read their birth chart and sort of figure out much more about them, which, I mean, it's your energy. I mean, it's up to you, ethically, if you want to do that or not. Personally, when I read someone else's birth chart, I always get permission from them. But, it's one of those things. Anyways, so, yeah, you might actually read your twin flames birth chart. I mean, if you have that information. If not, I feel like you might also do some cross-watching. I don't know, on their behalf. And what that means is essentially sort of watch readings on their behalf. I don't know. So it's just something that, again, is coming through. But the Page of Cups here definitely shows that they're understanding, the things that they've done, the actions that they've taken, the steps that they've made. The Sun also here shows they're warming up to things, right? Really warming up to things. There's light behind their mind as well. The mind's a little bit, I wouldn't say heated, but definitely warming up. Like, it's not frozen cold. I know that sounds like such a strange thing to say, but some people are super cold. They don't feel or want to feel things. Here, they're warming up to that, and they're dipping their feet into the water, so it can't be too cold. That's also another energy that we have. I mean, we have got the King of Cups as well, which is quite strong. So what I would say is that this is a month for you to do you, for you to focus on you, and for you to really put yourself in the best place you can, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. This is your time to take care of you. I feel it so much, and I feel like, the Queen of Pentacles here shows you have a lot of worth, and you should feel your worth, right? I want to tell you that you are worthy. You are worthy. Comment that down below. Amazing affirmation. Say to yourself, I am worthy. Comment that down below. I am worthy. Because I'll tell you something. You are worthy. No matter how difficult of a connection this may be, you are worthy. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Okay, so you've got the Two of Pentacles, Magician. So we were just literally talking about, of course, Mercury retrograde, Magicians ruled by Mercury. And of course, we've got that really strong energy of the water there, right? That Cancerian energy. So I really feel that, again, when Mercury goes direct, it's going to be much more significant. And also the Knight of Swords here shows, I feel at least, right, them really thinking about their actions, moves, progression, and thinking about what they've done, what they've said, how they felt. There's a lot of that coming through for sure. Two of Pentacles, see? They're definitely a lot more balanced. Like, they're definitely considering things a lot more. And even the Queen of Cups. Ooh, this is the second time the King and the Queen of Cups have come out in a fire sign reading. The Aries Twin Flame July 2020 reading also had the King and the Queen of Cups. I'm just saying. So it's really interesting because there's a lot of correlations that happen between the sign readings. So that's why I say, check out your other sign readings because it could mean something quite strong. So you've got King and Queen. So here they are, they're definitely thinking about things a lot more. They're definitely becoming a lot more balanced. they're holding themselves accountable for certain things that have happened, they're warming up to certain things, not running away. And hey, you know, Mercury going direct also has good impact. So Leo, this is your reading. So if this reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items which are on my Etsy store. Bye! Do take care. Bye everyone.